Kristina, you wrote in your note yesterday that this is a healthy repricing of stocks. Is this an unhealthy rebound that we're seeing today then?
Well, I wouldn't say it's unhealthy, but it does seem a bit premature as we watch the events continue to unfold.
You've said that anyone who's been watching the trade war and the tit for tat and the performance of the stock market should not be surprised by the sell-off. Is there anything in yesterday's sell-off that did surprise you, though?
Just the rebound, actually, that it happened so quickly after the sell-off.
You thought it'd go on for a little bit longer?
I definitely expected it to go on longer, and I do think we're likely to see perhaps another shoe drop as the week progresses, because this is not getting fixed, and there really is the potential for it to get worse from here.
There was plenty of talk after the labeling of China as a currency manipulator that in some way the US administration could take action, particularly on the US dollar. Do you envisage that in any way? Are you bracing yourself for some sort of move?
I don't expect the U.S. to take a move like that. What I do expect, though, is that there's a small chance, but it's growing, that the U.S. does capitulate, that it blinks in this game of chicken, recognizing that China really does have the upper hand.
Talk about how we get to that point, because the president is not one who likes to back down. I mean, when things get tough, he doubles down, right? He wants to appear firm, tough. How do we get to a point where the U.S. says, you know what, we'll back off, or it's never going to be labeled as such and will just kind of be brushed under the carpet?
Well, yesterday, China may have begun that process by flexing its muscle a little bit and deciding to cut off all agriculture purchases. Now, that is going to be very, very hard on U.S. farmers. And my expectation is that the U.S. may strike a small deal around China agreeing to purchase more U.S. goods to take down the trade deficit to zero.
Like a sidebar deal almost.
Well, but I think it could be framed as the main deal. But that it's all about the trade deficit as opposed to the other issues, grievances, et cetera. And so if we do get that, it will be labeled as a victory by both sides, but China will not be making those major concessions that we know it doesn't want to make. And the U.S. will be accepting minor concessions because it's starting to recognize just how damaging this can be to the U.S. economy.